Welcome back, children. Let us continue with the story A Face in the Dark. Well, what's the matter? He asked, his anger giving way to concern. So, Mr. Oliver, he asked the little boy sitting on the rock that what is wrong with you? What is the matter? And suddenly his anger, it changed into concern for the boy because he saw that he was crying and his body was shaking. What are you crying for? So he asked the boy, why are you crying? What is the reason? The boy would not answer or look up. But the boy did not look up, neither did he answer Mr. Oliver. His body continued to be racked with silent sobbing, and the little boy's body continuously went on trembling with silent sobbing. Come on, boy, you should not be out here at this hour. So he said to the little boy that you should not be out of the house at this time of the night. Tell me the trouble. Look up. So once again, he told the boy, tell me the trouble. What is troubling you? Come on, look up. The boy looked up, and now that boy looked up, he took his hands from his face and looked up at his teacher. The light from Mr. Oliver's torch fell on the boy's face, if you could call it a face. So finally, the boy looked up. He removed his hands from his face and looked directly at his teacher. And the light from Mr. Oliver's torch fell clearly on the boy's face, if you could call it a face at all. It had no eyes, ears, nose, or mouth. It was just a round, smooth head with a school cap on top of it. And that's where the story should end. But for Mr. Oliver, it did not end here. So when he looked at the so-called boy's face, the boy's face did not have any features. There were no eyes, ears, nose, mouth. It was just a smooth head, and on top of it there was a school cap. So the story should have come to an end over here, but for Mr. Oliver, it does not come to an end here. The torch fell from his trembling hand. He turned and scrambled down the path, running blindly through the trees and calling for help. So he got so scared that the torch fell off from his hands, which were trembling. He turned around and blindly ran down the path through the trees, calling out for help. He was still running towards the school buildings when he saw a lantern swinging in the middle of the path. So he was still running when suddenly he saw a lantern which was swinging to and fro in the middle of the path he was running on. Mr. Oliver stumbled up to the watchman, gasping for breath. By now, Mr. Oliver was out of breath because he had been running. He stumbled up to the watchman with the lantern. What is it, Sahib? Asked the watchman. Has there been an accident? Why are you running? So the watchman asked Mr. Oliver, Sahib, what is wrong? Has there been an accident? Why are you running? Why are you so scared? What happened? I saw something horrible. A boy weeping in the forest, and he had no face. So Mr. Oliver blurted out. He said, I saw something terrible in the forest. He says, I saw a boy sitting on a rock. He was crying and he had no face. So the watchman replied, no face, Sahib? No eyes, nose, mouth, nothing. So the watchman asked Mr. Oliver, he had no face? So he answered, okay, said no eyes, nose, mouth, nothing. Do you mean it was like this, Sahib? Asked the watchman and raised the lamp to his own face. Then the watchman raised the lantern to his own face and asked Mr. Oliver, do you mean his face was like this? The watchman had no eyes, no ears, no features at all, not even an eyebrow. And that's when the wind blew the lamp out. So Mr. Oliver looked at the watchman's face, so-called face. It also had no eyes, no ears, no features at all. Not even an eyebrow was there. And just then the wind, it blew the lantern out. I hope the story is clear to everyone. Thank you.